So you've clicked on this video now to find out how we're to succeed in life. Well, I'm going to disappoint you. I don't have one set formula, but the reason for this video is on my LinkedIn page, it seems like just about every few days, this video pops up from this guy doing exactly what I'm doing. He's walking through a beautiful neighborhood. He's usually just got on a t-shirt and shorts, and he's telling you how to increase your sales and how you're going to be a great salesperson and how to be more productive, how to better use your time. And he's got all these little tips and tricks of the trade, and he has thousands upon thousands of people that are following him. Now, some of them, they buy into it, go, hey, good job. Others go, I'm not buying this. And then some are kind of in between, like, I don't know. Point being, though, the guy's making a living doing it. In the meantime, here I am still trying to push along a YouTube channel and my podcast, things like that, to try and help people and make a living doing that. I'm not there yet. I'm a long way from being there yet. But the one thing that I can tell you that I think is important in, say, having a successful life, whether it be in sales or relationships, is that to have a relationship. Here's the deal. How many of you have gone into a place to buy something and the salesperson just basically turned you off? You just didn't seem to connect with them. Maybe they seemed too pushy. Maybe they seemed, I don't know, just they just weren't your cup of tea. You just didn't enjoy talking with them, and you walked away and you didn't buy the product. But then you meet somebody that's very engaging. You enjoy speaking with them. You might even pay a higher price for the product because you felt a connection, more of a relationship. You know, I equate it to, let's say you went out, you found the love of your life, you got pregnant, you had a baby, you bought a house, but you never got to know each other. Well, lots of times those marriages don't work out. What does work out in life, at least in my opinion, is when you have relationships, relationship building skills. And we're kind of losing that these days. I know everything's over the internet, everything's virtual. No, I'm not some cranky old man that's against technology. That's all great. But we still need and want relationships. And that's going to be your key to a successful life, whether it be on the personal level or in the sales arena or whatever it may be. Now, I talk about that because I tell you that the first time I met my beautiful wife, Pam, the very first time I met her, I knew she was the one. We just instantly clicked. And from there, we dated, we got engaged, we got married. We have 37 great years together until God called her up to heaven. Some say it was a match made in heaven, and I want to say, indeed, it was. Now, on the sales front, for example, the job I just left, we had two very different ideas on how to do sales. They felt that what you do is you make the appointment with the client, you go see them, but first, before you take them to lunch and get to know them, you do a Zoom call, and you talk to them about the product. You tell them all the great things about the product, and you push them and you push them and you push them, and then you go to lunch. To me, that kind of felt like timeshare sales, you know, where they sell, and then they promise you something at the end, but you got to sit through the presentation before you get the prize. So that didn't work for me. And they said, well, that's the new way of selling. And I said, well, I guess that's not going to work for me, because I like to get to know the people that I'm doing business with, and I want them to get to know me. I want us to develop a trust factor between one another. I want us to understand our needs. You know, it was that old thing, needs analysis, I guess you might call it. So that's about it. There's my seeds for success. It all comes down to relationships. It's kind of like those of you watching this video. Some of you, you'll like it. Some of you are going to go, I don't like this. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And some of you will go, I don't care. But what I do care about is building relationships, long-term relationships. And so far, I've had a pretty good life. And I've got a rich network of friends out there, both personal as well as business level friends. Folks I can reach out to and talk to. Why did AT&T, or maybe it was Ma Bell, reach out and touch someone? Well, that's kind of what we're talking about. In the right sense, of course. I know we're in the politically correct environment. But anyway, think about that, folks. As you're out there in the business world, or even in the personal relationship area, get to know the people you're dealing with first. And go beyond the surface. Go a level or two deeper. Trust me, in the end, is going to pay off for both of you. That's it. Oh yeah, be sure and subscribe to our channel, Traveling with Jack and Pam. If you haven't checked out my podcast, it's The Jack Church Show. And I always tell you to stick around for the closing credits, but how many of you ever do? You probably don't. I wish you would, because there's a point to those closing credits. First of all, they're kind of funny. It shows me doing just about every job in the production. But then there are pictures of my beautiful wife, Pam, the woman who I had that wonderful relationship with for 37 years. And I like to dedicate each and every one of these videos to her, because she made me a better person. That's all, gang. See you later. Bye-bye now.